So I literally was just tricked into eating lab-grown meat, and you may have been too. So I haven't had time to cook, and I wanted to eat better. So I ordered Factor 7, this new meal plan, weekly plan from HelloFresh. It was delicious. So the order for the second week came, and there was a mistake. So I reached out on their website, and I opened up a chat. While I was talking to them, they fixed the mistake, and I asked them if there's anything GMO or lab-grown, just because why not? And she said that there was lab-grown ingredients. I said, which has the lab-grown ingredients? Which food? And she said that it's labeled on the food. And it absolutely is not labeled anywhere on the food. And I told her that. And she's like, oh, well, it's on this part of the site. I go to the nutrition part of the site where she says it does not talk about it. So I'm like, how do you even know that it's lab-grown? And she goes, because it was in our training. And then she sends me a smiley face and ends the chat. Just ends the chat. Right away. I'm like, is she trying to tell me something here? Before she ended the chat, she told me that she was going to have them email me a full list of what was GMO and what was not, and what was lab grown and what wasn't. The next day came, they didn't send me any email, and that was today. So I gave them a call. I'm going to show you the call in a minute. But basically in the call, they say that they can't tell me what's lab grown because they have a non-disclosure agreement. What? And I tell them that it's part of my religion that I can't eat lab grown stuff or pork, just because that's a really good angle to take with these people. Anyways, listen to this call.
For delivery inquiries, press 1.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for calling Factor. This is Gabby. How can I help you today?
Hey there. I was supposed to get an email today about the ingredients in the meals. I had reached out because you guys had actually sent me some pork meals, and I can't eat pork because of my religion. And I had asked if you guys had any genetically modified food, and she said yes. And she also said there was some lab-grown food. So I asked for information as to which food was GMO and which food was lab-grown, because I can't eat those. So I'm gonna have to bring the whole thing back, or just know what I can eat or what I can't. So I never got that email today.
I'm so sorry to hear that one from you, sir, but I'm going to check this one from here, and I will have to check that information as well. So may I know what is your email address, please? Just give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and check your account details. Okay, so hold on for me. The GMO and the lab grown that you've mentioned, sir, that is for all the meals that we offer, or just for the pork or the chicken?
Are you asking me what she said to me?
Yes.
So she didn't specify. When I asked which ones were, she said that she didn't know which ones were. She just knows that some of them are. So I said, I need to know which ones. And she said she didn't know. And that's when they were supposed to email me and tell me.
Mm-hmm. That information, sir, that you're asking for, is that for your August 22nd delivery, the meals that you received for yesterday?
Yes. So I honestly would like to know, because I really like the meals. They taste good, and I want to incorporate them into my everyday. I'd almost like to buy more for breakfast. But I need to know what products are lab-grown and what products are GMO.
Right. Let me just go ahead and check the document, sir. Just give me at least 2 to 3 minutes. I will have to go ahead and check that one here in our system.
I mean, it's something that you guys should have on your site.
Hi, thank you so much for patiently waiting, sir, on the other line. As I had escalated these issues, sir, to one of our support, what we have, sir, based on our documents, though, that our product, our produce are humanly and sustainably sourced and produced. But with regards to the GMO or the lab grown, sir, as part of our commitment, that is going to be confidential since we rely on our local suppliers.
Well, you said it's going to be confidential?
Yes, that is correct.
It's part of the law that you have to tell somebody when it's lab grown or GMO, though.
Yeah, it did not specify, sir, if it's lab grown or GMO, but our food is sustainably and humanly sourced and produced. So this means that our locally sourced beef, pasteurized raised pork, and antibiotic free poultry and other things. But with regards to the GMOs or the lab grown, I have limited for that one though.
So is the chicken lab grown?
It specifies, sir, that if it's lab grown or the pork is lab grown, but it's humanly sourced produce.
So produce is like vegetables.
Yes, humanly sourced produce, so meaning to say, sir, that it's going to be from our local suppliers.
So what if your local suppliers are growing it in a lab? Then it could still be lab grown?
With regards to that one, sir, due to the DNAs or non-disclosure agreement, we have our local suppliers and brand for our ingredients. So with regards to that one, sir, I have limited access if it's GMO or lab grown.
Well, it may end up in litigation because I put this stuff in my body, and if I'm not going to know, it doesn't say on the package if it's GMO or lab grown, and if you guys are saying that it could be GMO or lab grown, that's a violation of the FDA, I believe.
I understand, sir, but that's something that we are going to raise and have this one escalated.
Okay, so am I going to get an email or something?
We'll have to send you an email confirmations or update once we get a response. Okay.
But that's what I was told yesterday, and I was supposed to get an email today, and I didn't. So am I just going to be? Are you guys just not going to respond to me?
With regards to that one, sir, we will have to wait first because as customer service, we have limited access when it comes to this one, which is why I escalated this to one of our support, and we cannot disclose this as part of the agreement from our distributions. From our local suppliers.
Oh, all right. Well, is there any way I can send the food that I have back then? Because I don't know if it's lab grown or not, and it's literally I can't defy my God.
We don't have the option that you can send the meals to us, but I will have to check with our supervisor what we could do with regards to that one, sir. Because if you are in doubt with regards to that one, sir, you have the option to either pause the delivery or cancel the account because we don't want you to compromise since that was part of your religion. And I know that you are really very keen when it comes to the food that you intake on your body, which I understand you for that one. Let me just going to go ahead and check with regards to the food that you received yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. On the other line, I had escalated the order that you had, sir, for yesterday. Since we don't have the option that you can return that delivery, what we can do is we will have to refund you the amount that you paid, which is $94.13.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's that. I mean, if they get back to me with an ingredient list, and if it's not all GMO and lab grown, then maybe I can pick from it, because like I said, it's good. But I'll be honest, that chicken, it does taste good, but when I cut it open, it doesn't, there's no, it looks too uniform.
Now this is one of their meals here. I always get tripped out by the F-. I feel like it's a bad grade. It does not say anything about GMO or lab grown on the back. Pause and read. I don't know, man. Is this lab grown or not? That's what the food looks like if you want to know. It smells like food.
And I feel like I ate lab grown meat. And I know you're just working there, but I may end up suing these guys. That's crazy. I wouldn't have put it in my body. I read it. It didn't say it had it. And I just happened to ask during the chat because they sent me pork. And I'm like, hey, is this lab grown or GMO? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, how do you know? She's like, we're taught in our training. And then sent me a smiley face and ended the chat. And I'm like, whoa. Was she trying to send me a hidden message or something? So that's why I asked. And holy moly. But anyways, I guess thank you for your time, and we'll see what happens.
And I understand, sir. And thank you so much also for bringing this to us. For sure, we are going to have this one escalated.
Cool. Yeah, I would put it on their site or do something because I think they're trying to sneak weird meat behind the scenes. I feel like I was raped in my stomach. But I appreciate your time. Have a great night.
You too, sir. And you take care always. You have a good one.
Okay. Bye-bye.